Hi friends, as I promised in the previous video, today we're going hopefully to finish environment setup and then proceed with some Eclipse configuration to make it friends with Tomcat so that we can manage Tomcat from Eclipse. Then we will go forward and try some basic servlets with GSP example, and then finally we will start working on our J2EE project using all the stuff we discussed earlier, and I believe that should be very exciting. Let's open our Eclipse and search for another plugin that will help us with using Spring Framework libraries. And the name of it is a Spring Tool Suite and Spring IDE. Actually, two of them. By the way, you can use Eclipse Marketplace to find plugins as well as search Google for update sites. This time I will use the Eclipse Marketplace and just type in and find. It already shows us the Spring Tool Suite. Just check you install the right version for your Eclipse if you have an older one. I have a Helios, so here's a correct version for my Eclipse. Yeah, these plugins will help us to debug and to catch our own mistakes we create during using and configuring Spring, so that hopefully we will not be informed about mistakes during compile time or application startup time, or even worse, during application runtime. Yeah, the Spring works that way. It does many things during runtime, so sometimes it makes debugging more difficult. So these additions has more features built in, like an Webflow graphical user interface that allows us to create our web page flows and transitions by simply making diagrams. So I've never used it. I prefer plain source XML files. So because it gives more details and more flexibility, but it's up to you. You can do many things in graphical editor as well. It's time to restart the Eclipse. I have now Spring Tool Suite installed, so I think the Spring IDE is included, so I'll check it. Just rechecked. Let's check if it came with the Spring IDE included, and that's even, we do not have to install it separately. Yeah, Spring IDE is included, so it's easier for us, and it's just was included. Now let's configure Eclipse to work with Tomcat. To do that, we go to the window, Preferences, type in Server, and Runtime Environments, and then we add new runtime environment and choose your Tomcat application server you installed previously. I have a 6 version, so I choose the 6. Then click next. So we must point the Tomcat installation directory. I think I have installed it in program files. Apache Software Foundation, Tomcat 6, and that should be root folder. So point to that, and here we should choose our runtime environment, and you should always choose GDK instead of Java runtime environment. If you do not have the GDK option in this drop-down, then you should perform following steps. Go to install J2EE, and probably you do not have this entry here, so you should click add, choose standard VM, and then click directory and choose your GDK root folder. That should be this folder. When you choose that, you just go forward and click finish. I have the error message here because I've already created. I already have this entry created, so I just click cancel. And when you have it here, we just check the checkbox and click OK, and then it will appear here. So the reason why we use GDK here is that's because Tomcat might use the GDK compiler and other utils included in GDK that are not included in the Java runtime environment. So choose the GDK here, click finish, and we now have the runtime environment. So click OK, and the next step we should perform is we should find the view called servers, and to do that you go to the show view and click servers, so that you have the additional view. To create new Tomcat instance, you do right click new server. Here again we choose the version you have on your machine and select the previously created runtime environment. So I have the Apache Tomcat 6. Click next. You do not have applications projects created right now, so these fields are empty. Click finish, and now we have a new Tomcat instance here, so as well as a new project called servers, and that is basically a holder of our instance configurations. Now we have one instance and one instance configuration. Here's the configuration files. So the interesting thing here is that the main Tomcat instance installed in our machine, the main process is not affected by our Eclipse, so that it runs simultaneously, and we just create new Tomcat instance that we could restart, stop, and start, and the main process of Tomcat will stay in running mode till the process is stopped. So we have a new instance here. Let's try to start it. So just click the start the server, and probably you should get the error message, and here it is. And that happens because we have our main instance running on the ports, the same ports we just created our another Tomcat instance. So we must to change it, and to change it you just double click on our server, and here are the ports, and you just change to the numbers you like, always to increment them by 1, like that. Then just save the configuration, and let's try to start again. And now Tomcat is starting, so it's already started. So you just can test it right now. Here you go to the web browser and type in local host, and now you can you should type in the port you just currently edited, and that in my case is 8081, and you should get some error message like HTTP status 404, and that is because currently we do not have any applications deployed, yeah, and that's totally fine message. You can also go to the main instance, which is on port 8080, and that should be the previously screen we've seen. So very nice. Okay, let's now try to create some example web project that use servlets and GSP pages, but we will do it in the next part, so keep in touch and see you there.